I'm Jordan, this is Ed, welcome back to Real Thrills, and welcome to the brand new series of Real Reflections Orlando Special. Today we are discussing Universal. So Universal.
Yes. Now we're going to cover first Studios.
And then we'll cover Islands of Adventure. The sicker one out of both of them, let's be real.
Well, they'll find that out later on.
Yeah, they
Won't
will,
spoil
yeah.
the ranking.
Absolutely.
Don't do that. Don't.
Yeah.
Especially then we've got a few weeks to wait for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Universal Studios. This
Or-
was
More like Universal Screenios, am I right?
that's what we like to call it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they're all screen based.
Yeah, all the attractions in there are screen-based, meaning they're either painfully crap or decent.
Oh, really good.
Or really good. E.T. Adventure, we're looking at you.
Which was, I mean, when you walk in, it's quite cool when you see the glow,
Yeah.
and the smoke coming from it, and it was
Yeah, and-
nostalgia for me going back 9 years ago. So,
Absolutely. So,
what was your thoughts when you were first walking into that?
I quite like the arches.
Yes, they are quite nice.
Those are quite cool, and the music blaring out as well. It puts you right in the moment. And then you get through the gates. And after you get through the gates, my opinions on Universal changed quite a bit. They have paper, like, tickets.
Yeah,
It felt like we were straight out of the 80s.
yeah, it was a bit weird.
Yeah, like Disney has grown up and they've moved on and they've gotten digital and, you know, and you can have it on your phone now, but Universal were like, nah mate, we're old fashioned. And I didn't get that at all. And then you get beyond the gate and you realise the first half of the park is just screens and screen attractions, and most of them are terrible. Yeah, the start of the park,
It starts with
If you-
elimination.
if you hate Minions with a passion, you're gonna hate the start of this park because it's literally Minion-ageddon everywhere.
I mean, I literally have 2 rides based
Yeah.
off the Minions.
And the first ride, they turn you into Minions, which is just like, ugh,
It's
what a boring concept. And you're just sitting in this booth, and this screen is going off, and it's like, ah. I screamed a lot, by the way, on some of the Disney rides. Not really Universal, apart from one ride we'll get to later. It was, you sit down, you watch a film, whoop-we fucking do.
and then it ends.
And then you walk through this really pitiful dance area with Minions, and I just wanted to leave. If Ed is so nice in the editing process, he'll put an image up of my face after we came off that ride, and I'll tell you, it's a picture.
It's just because it's screen based, isn't it?
It's forgettable.
I mean,
They could rip that ride out.
they're not going to.
They're not going to because people love Minions apparently.
And then there was
And then there's
The
the
other
new
one.
route, and then there's the new ride, Villain Con, which, to be honest, from watching Sean and Charlotte Theme Park Worldwide, I had quite high hopes for this ride. I then got onto this ride, and my hopes fell down the toilet.
as you go on a conveyor belt
As
shooting
you go on a
targets.
Yeah, you go on a conveyor belt that's about the same speed as my old nan washing windows, with a gun that is so it's so heavy and so overlarge that while on the ride I couldn't even tell which target was mine.
It's so bad, isn't it?
Yeah, and
They don't separate the crowds. They just keep everyone in groups, and
Yeah.
then you don't know which is your icon when you're shooting.
when you're on the conveyor belt itself, they don't actually tell you to walk along the conveyor belt even though it's moving. You just have to stand there awkwardly on this spot, and it's like thing. Not to mention, the whole ride is in 3D, and the 3D glasses at Universal, well, they're just another story, aren't they?
Oh, it's awful.
They are awkward as freak,
Oh.
and I tell you,
I
it's
just don't know how people can enjoy the Minion rides.
yeah. I don't know how people can enjoy them knowing that they have to wear a ride that looks like a zigzag on their ears.
And after we walked out of there, you walk into Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, and then you walk up the road and then there's Jimmy Fallon, which...
It's probably
Okay, no
the worst-
hate to Jimmy Fallon. Like, the Tonight Show is alright and everything. But why that ride exists, I have no idea.
It's probably actually, in my opinion, the worst ride in the park.
Yeah.
Well, it's contender anyway. For
Wait,
one of
it is the
worst
contender.
It's shocking.
It is. You go inside of NBC Studios, I think it is.
I think yes.
Right? And it's like, oh, okay, so you get to see like all of like the Tonight Show hosts, and it's like, oh, it's like a museum for the Tonight Show, and then there's just this random ride slapped on the end of it.
Yep, and you're racing through New York.
Yeah, and when they said that, it smells of pizza and stuff, it doesn't. It smells of just air.
It's just kind of.
It's just kind of mid
crap.
and
It's
crap.
It's bad.
You know, they really need Universal. If you're watching this video, please sort that ride out. Either
just-
get rid of it, bin it, or when you change Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket into whatever you're going to make next, which I'm quite looking forward to that. Even though I'm not a roller coaster fan, and I will point this out very bluntly. Right, please change the Jimmy Fallon ride to something else, because I feel like in that area you're gonna have that really, really cool roller coaster, aren't you?
And then you've got.
And then you've just got that slapped on the side of it, and it's like,
I'll just be honest here. The park when we first walked it was a bit of an eyesore, really.
Yeah.
I know it's meant to give that a reflection of an actual studios, like you're walking through a film
Yeah,
studios.
and I
But
get
it
that.
was just like.
You just
Yeah.
saw buildings, and then nothing, and then buildings, and then nothing, and then buildings again.
Yeah, the scenery is just not great
Like-
at that park.
No, it's not, and
Especially when in the heat when we were there, there's nowhere to really hide in the
Yeah.
shade unless you go in the shops or you go into
a ride.
a ride. Yeah, you're doomed.
Yeah. You've got absolutely no like air conditioning outside whatsoever.
Yeah, it's
So-
just not great.
Another name you could give it is Heat Stroke the Park. At least it's not what we think of Drayton Manor, Dead End the Park.
Yeah, this was just.
No, so
Jimmy
even
Fallon was not good.
you know, even the bit when you walk along and you see Revenge of the Mummy, like Revenge of the Mummy. Don't get me wrong, I've seen videos. I don't go on it because it's a roller coaster, but you know, from the outside it looks great, doesn't it? But then you see all the buildings surrounding it, and you're like, it doesn't really fit in.
And that was the next ride on the list.
Yeah,
We didn't go on that one in the end,
which is unfortunate because we really wanted to,
but we didn't.
but we didn't in the end. When they say that do multiple days at Universal,
weren't
they
kidding.
really mean that, because yeah, the park is really crap, but it's got some golden moments in it. Like, we'll get to it later, but we'll tease it now. E.T. Adventure, what a ride.
So good.
The fact that that is in the back corner of the park, and no one really knew about it until they added the big sign in, which I love. I think that big sign is great. But it's just the fact that nobody knew about it just saddens me, because that ride is clearly superior to everything else. And that is just sad, thinking about that straight away.
And it's the oldest ride there.
Yeah, and it's an opening day attraction as well. It's almost like Universal, before they put the big sign up, didn't really care about it so much. But, you know, it's a fantastic ride. And, yeah, it's been around since 1990, since the park opened. I would go on there just to feel relaxed.
It's such a good ride.
It is genuinely quite cool how they get... because they hang you from the ceiling, which is fantastic. And then you see all the show scenes below you, and it's just so mind-blowing that they could get away with this in 1990, that you pulled back then and just think, wow, this is incredible. Right? Even the Woodland Queue,
It smelled of the woods.
it smelt of the woods, and it even had like little animatronics in it, which is something, a detail that you don't get in the UK at all.
And Universal, well, they need to do
Well.
more animatronic-based stuff.
Anyway.
When we come out with Jimmy Fallon, then we came across the worst ride, probably, or a contender for the laughable, shocking thing that is Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
I
Oh
know.
God. I tell you what, I went onto that ride with low expectations. I came off laughing my arse off.
It was so bad.
Because I tell you what, there were so many people on that bus that were just, they had the most serious faces possible. And then they realised what ride they were on.
that was fun.
And
to
it
see.
was just funny to just watch their faces go from to, it's a bit bad, isn't it? Like, there was even like this really nice couple behind us that said, this ride is shocking, be prepared for the worst. And I said, yeah, I already know that this already feels like a PS2 cutscene, and it does.
It's bad.
This ride, no wonder they put the Jason universe for Halloween Horror Nights into it, because, my Jesus Christ,
It's bad.
that ride, what a waste of space.
Even the queue line is bad.
Literally smack that place up with a sledgehammer and put it in the ground. Honestly, I am just saying that as a precaution. This ride is so funny,
But
and
it's
unintentionally funny, but it's so bad as well that it literally feels like a graveyard. Because what was there before it was Disaster and the Beetlejuice's Graveyard Review. Two pretty good attractions for that area, if you know what I mean, because it fits in with like what buildings were there.
But then you go on to one of the actual... no, then there's Transformers, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Transformers.
And
It
then
wasn't bad. It
wasn't-
was just mid.
Yeah, it was just mid. Because it was based on the Michael Bay formers, you know, I went into this attraction with a little bit of cheese, because, well, if you know that series, it goes from, here's some pretty cool robot fights, to nobody cares and people are scribbling on walls while speaking gibberish. You know, and it falls apart. Right, and that ride I thought was going to be in the sweet spot, you know, it was going to be in the sweet spot of, there's the cool stuff,
There's some boring stuff.
and there's some cringe, and it was just gonna, you know, they're gonna balance it out. But no, the visuals. I'd say the ride reminds me a lot of Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man,
Yeah.
to the point where it's fucking obvious that you can look at the screen placement and go, yeah, this is Amazing as Spider-Man. You can even see some of the effects. Like there's one point where, like, I think it was Megatron or Starscream.
Yeah.
They like fire like flames at it, and it does the same effect as on the Amazing Spider-Man.
I think that was Megatron.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, so they basically just made a reskin of Amazing Spider-Man, but you fucked it up.
And you actually have to wear 3D glasses for that one.
Yeah, and it's awkward.
Okay, it's just...
Especially when you're sitting in the queue and you're watching the videos of the human people from the series trying to act their hearts out when all you're really getting is fluff. You know, I mean, there's a guy in one of the pre-shows that tells you not to follow Nest's plan and stuff, but theoretically for a story that wouldn't make any sense unless they stuck that screen outside of the ride.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. And then when Optimus Prime comes on, he's just like, hey, you're gonna help us.
Oh,
And
wait.
Yankee Danky Doodle shite. And then he fucks off again. And it's just dreadful. It is dreadful.
And then there was the big bulk of the park that everyone goes to see, Harry Potter.
Yeah, and Harry Potter, coming from a guy that's seen all the movies and has read one of the books, Harry Potter, when you look at it going into that land, it's incredible.
It looks incredible. They've done a
Yeah.
great job on the details, especially of Diagon Alley with all the shops.
Even though the shops are in the wrong order.
And some of it's just generic stuff sold in every single shop.
Yeah.
It's still, like, from an art designer's perspective, it's really good.
Yeah, like the dragon on top of the bank is incredible. However, when it blows fire, the area goes boiling for like 20 seconds. Like, you feel those flames underneath you.
But it's still a really good area.
Yeah.
And of course they have the train that transports you to islands, but we'll first talk about Escape from Gringotts.
Which he went on, I didn't.
It was a really good ride, and it was as good as I remember it, if not better, I think, actually. They added a
good.
nice drop into it as well that adds some air time, which is really nice. It goes about like 20 miles an hour though, it's not that fast really when you put it to its perspective compared to like Velocicoaster. Yeah, it's not really a roller coaster. Some of the screen effects have aged poorly. I'll give it that for a
Yeah.
negative, but for a most part, it's definitely an e-ticketer that has to be done. It's
Yeah,
so
cool.
good, and it's just like you get to walk through the actual Gringotts Bank and see the animatronics of the guys that work in
Oh,
there.
that's really cool.
So that is a big plus side.
I would have gone on to there and
then
just
left
gone to the station and then just stayed there by
It's
the time.
so cool to see that in the queue line, and they move, and it's really nice. And then you actually go into the bank, and then you know the actual things they use to ride underneath in the back.
Oh, the carts.
That is the cart you go on in the ride. So
That's cool.
So
Yeah, so that's a plus.
it's just the actual plot of it doesn't really make sense because Voldemort is battling them in the 8th one. It doesn't really make sense story-wise.
Yeah.
But it's there to exist.
And it's there to be fun.
It's a good fun ride. It's actually one of Universal Screenio's best rides there. I
Okay,
know
that's fair coming from you.
people think it's overrated, but I don't agree with that. I think it's a ride that has got to be done.
Yeah.
So that really boosts Harry Potter for me. And obviously there's the pink, not the pink, the purple bus, and you can actually meet.
Yeah, the night bus. Yeah,
That was
yeah,
so
with the bloke. Yeah, my sister did that.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then, well, that's pretty much Harry Potter
You walk-
on this side.
Yeah, you walk around Harry Potter and you get to what is the best dark ride in the park, in my opinion. And that's Men in Black Alien Attack.
That's so good, isn't it?
That is so good.
Lots of cool practical stuff in
But
there.
when you spin, I felt nauseous.
Also, this guy here didn't even know it was coming, so it was actually funny to see his reaction when we went on when we were getting shot up, because it actually increases the interactivity for me. Because it actually feels like
No, it does.
There's stakes in this shooter because you actually get hit and you get affected. Whereas in a lot of shooters, you don't have that.
They just shoot you and it's like, ah, and that's it.
Also, we didn't shoot Steven Spielberg.
My sister did.
Lucky.
But-
we missed.
Yeah, I missed by about that.
But it
And
was.
you missed about like that.
But it's a pretty good attraction, I think.
Yeah, it's the best dark ride in the park for interactivity
100%.
because E.T. Adventure is fantastic, but I think Men in Black has it over it for the amount of interactivity that the ride has.
I really like Men in Black.
And the setup for it is fantastic. The fact you're going into this expo room and then you're taking an elevator down to the Men in Black headquarters, I thought that's great theming, if you know what I mean.
And the queue line has great theming with the animatronics sitting on
Yeah.
the computer.
And the
just
animatronic
really
sitting in the kitchen drinking coffee,
It's just really good.
that's quite fun.
I feel like it's a ride not many people actually talk about when it comes to
No.
Universal, which is a shame. Whether it'll get ripped up or whatever, I doubt it. But
Yeah, because it's a classic, let's be real.
I mean, you said that, but then they get rid of Jaws and stuff.
Yeah,
So
you've
cool.
got a fair point.
And then they put in Fast and Furious. Anyway,
Anyway,
then we had the Simpsons Land, which was an entire land in
Yeah.
itself.
which was Springfield. It was so you had the Krusty Land area themed really well. You can actually go in Moe's and have a pint as
And
well.
you
which
tried
is
one of those?
lovely. And I did try one of those, and I tell you what, it's quite nice.
And then we tried one of the Simpsons donuts, the big
Yeah.
one.
We have a photo of that.
It was.
It was as big as a box.
It was massive.
Like, I would say this: when they say that American food is filling,
Yeah, they were.
yeah, they really weren't kidding. We got about halfway through and we couldn't even finish it.
It was so filling.
It was so filling,
But it was nice.
and it was nice. Probably the best donut they have on property, considering the other place. Anyway,
I can't have anything from that place.
yeah, exactly. So
That's not
You know.
Universal really is.
no,
Food
it's
donuts,
just
but
no. So anyway,
But then we had the Simpsons ride.
and the Simpsons ride is fun.
It's funny.
It's funny. It's fun. Yeah, it's the same mechanics as Despicable Me, but
It's done better
you don't hate it as much.
because you can actually have a laugh. Whereas the
Yeah.
Minions is just.
It's
stupid.
just, and it's like, why do we even care? But The Simpsons was like, it was so fun because they took the mick out of different Orlando parks.
Yeah.
You know, like there was one bit where even Homer stares at the audience and he goes like, "You haven't seen the giant steel ball, have you?" and then it falls down and he runs away from it and then he gets hit by it. It's really funny. Another big difference from Simpsons to Despicable Me is that Despicable Me, you get in there. Oh, and Jimmy Fallon. Let's chuck that flipping disgrace in. Right, is that you get in there, you sit down, a lap bar comes over you. That's it. And then it moves on like this level plane. The Simpsons, nah mate, you go inside this little room after watching this really funny itchy and scratchy cartoon about all the safety tips, which genius move. To then you just see this big cart. You see the big cart that the Simpsons get in the video, and then you're sitting there, you're putting all your your safety restraints down, and then it lifts you up. That's better. You know, and the fact that the screen wasn't as tiny as Despicable Me, and it was like a full dome, and it was like all the way around here. It was much better in comparison. And so if Universal, if you're going to do a screen-based ride, do that.
Do something like this.
Do something like The Simpsons. And I get it, The Simpsons is probably going to be torn out of that part because Disney own them now. Boo! But actually,
Boo!
can I really say that?
Yeah, you did.
Fuck it, I just said it.
And then you have the alien, whatever the hell it's called.
Then you got Canon Kodos' Twirl and Hurl, which is Dumbo on crack.
It's not very good.
It is Universal's version of Dumbo.
Yeah.
Instead of seeing good sight lines, you're seeing a lake
with nothing in it.
With nothing in it, and The Simpsons land and Harry Potter and a couple mishmash buildings over the other side of the park, and Transformers that sticks out like an eyesore.
Yeah, it's not a great ride, is it?
No, and the fact that it, you know, the only, like, you can go up and down, and it's basically just the Dumbo ride.
Unfortunately, some of the controls, though, on the up and down sequence don't work properly.
No, they don't.
They do the opposite of what they say.
So basically, you put it up,
and it goes
down. And it goes down. And then you put it down, and it goes up. Like, what kind of logic is that?
Luckily, that's only on like a 5-minute queue time.
Yeah, luckily it's not on a big queue time either.
Yeah.
But anyway, walking around from that, you have the new DreamWorks Land, which is boring.
It's crap. There is nothing in it apart from meeting Shrek and Donkey, but that is it.
Yeah, and the Troller Coaster, which for anyone who likes the Troll movies, and Kung Fu Panda. But then after that fourth one, who really likes him anymore?
It's just, I don't know. It's a new open. It's just crap.
It's just crap. It replaced Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zone, which used to have a Woody Woodpecker roller coaster in it. It used to have a Barney show as well. That's how far that's aged, right? And it also had Curious George and other bits in it, and you know, people were like, "Yeah, that's fine, leave it alone." And then they changed it to DreamWorks because they ripped out the Barney show in about 21, and then put a DreamWorks show in there, and then they decided, do you know what? We'll just turn the entire land into DreamWorks, and it doesn't really work.
It's just not.
Me personally, I would have thought they would have taken the roller coaster out and built, you know, like a small indoor boat ride, you know, like for Shrek or for Puss in Boots or for Po, because they got one in Beijing. But no, it's just kid play areas, which even that was covered by construction walls
because of Rip Ride Rocket going.
Yeah, which it's nowhere near it, bro. What are you on about?
Unless that was where the fire station is. Oh yeah, it might be that.
Yeah, but you know, there was just construction walls around it, and it was just like, for a land that's only been open
a year, it's not great.
It's looking like, please just kill me.
And then we have the best ride, and I think that's pretty much it. We've covered.
And then you've got E.T., which we've already discussed is the best ride
in the park
outside of Men in Black.
But I guess we can talk about a couple of the shows as well.
Yeah, because we did some of the shows too.
The problem with the park is it's just
too unconjoined.
Yeah,
it's got loads of areas which are like, okay, here's this, here's that. I mean, there's literally just one alleyway in the park that is just full of shows and shops, and that is boring.
I mean, the shows, don't get me wrong.
The shows
have done really well.
Yeah, like the shows are great.
Especially the Animal Actors one.
The Animal Actors one where you see all the animal actors come out and they do little tricks. Like, that's funny. Like, that's quite informative. I quite like that. And the same with the horror makeup show as well. The horror makeup show was really funny. They knew the difference between make it scary, make it camp, which really made it work. And, you know, and just the fact that they have a makeup professional come in and just tell you how they did the stuff, it was fantastic. And, you know, and the fact having that little surprise at the end, we won't go into it because if you've not seen it, spoilers.
It was nice.
Right. That was pretty great as well. And then you exit out into this monster's shop, which was fantastic. And it had like all your different like bits and bobs in it, and it was incredible. Don't get me wrong. Right, to then you've got the Bourne Stuntacular as well, which we didn't do, but we've heard good things. But we didn't get Tom to do that.
Because it was hard fitting everything in.
Because, yeah, it was really hard fitting everything in. But we just had to, like, swap out things and then do others.
And the problem I feel like that Universal need to improve on, I feel like they learned that with Epic Universe,
Yeah.
is the opening times are shocking.
Yeah, the opening times are shocking.
So they open at 9, and then if Halloween Horror Nights is on, they shut at 5. So you definitely can't do everything in Screenio's.
Yeah.
Because you've got 2 parks to do as well, it's just not
Like-
physically possible.
Like, Screenio's opens at, like, what, 10 in the morning?
Yep.
Their time?
Yep.
It closes about 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's just...
It's just not a lot of time to get all of it done.
So I feel like they need to change.
So they do
opening
need to
times.
improve the opening times for studios. Not so much for Islands. I think Islands has got a fantastic opening time, which we'll get onto that. But I think that Screenio's, how are we going to sum it up? I'd say it's crap for the first half, really good for the back half.
I agree.
Yeah, like
E.T. and
The Simpsons and Men in Black, they sell it. And
And
Harry
Harry
Potter
Potter
a little bit, yeah, but I didn't really do that one. So,
and then you've got the front half, which
and then you've got
is
the front
just
one,
all screen-based
Yeah.
rubbish.
and the front half, apart from Revenge of the Mummy, which we can't really have a debate on that because we didn't do it. It just feels really clogged with screens.
So that's Screenio's for you.
So when we say Universal Screenio's, we mean it because the front half of it is just screens.
Now moving on to,
The best park out of the two of them, because we didn't do Epic Universe,
unfortunately,
even though we'll draw parallels to it in our review here. We didn't get to go there because it's like $200 a day. We didn't have time to fit it in.
and they were all sold out anyway by
Yeah,
the days
and-
we wanted to do. So
Yeah,
which is
so-
a shame.
It's a shame, but we got what we wanted. Anyway, moving on to Islands of Adventure. Now, you can tell that they did a step up because from the instant you get into Islands of Adventure, the theming is already better.
I mean, it's miles better.
It's miles better. The fact that you go in, you have like this lighthouse, which, is wonderful. Like, that's perfect. Okay? To then you move on and you see all these lovely souvenir shops and, it winds around different corners. That's fantastic. To then you exit out of that tiny little port of entry zone and you've just got the park. You can just see the entire thing over this giant lake. And
it
I
looks
think
so good, especially at night. If you
Yeah.
go to Islands, always go at night if you can, because
Yeah.
the lighting is phenomenal.
the lighting there is
I
absolutely...
think they need to put in a lighting show there.
Yeah, they do. They really do. They're missing out because they've got a water show at Screenio's for the Halloween Horror Nights.
So do something
So
at Islands.
do something at Islands. Honestly, it would benefit from it because from every little land that you go through in this park, it gives a whole new perspective of the scenery around that lake. And I tell you what, it sells it 100%.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
When you're standing in, we might as well go from how we experienced it. So we started off by going to Seuss Landing,
where we did the Cat in the Hat ride.
and the Cat in the Hat is terrifying.
It's funny.
The animatronics in there have really aged because some of them don't even have pupils. I'm not making that up.
I mean, it's a really well-themed land, though.
It's a really
Dr.
well
Seuss.
themed land, and
But then you have the Zeus Trolley Train ride.
and the Zeus Trolley Train ride lets that land down.
It's bad.
It's bad. It goes around the entire land, which I'll give it. It has scenic views done to a T. But it's bad.
It's just...
It's really bad.
Especially when you have commentary running over the top of it.
Yeah, and there's no animatronics, and I think the coolest part of that ride is going through the circus tent.
Oh yeah, when you see the...
When you see the circus tent, you see all the animatronics above this dining area, which you can actually go in from below as well, which is fantastic. I think that is the best part.
The rest of it,
The rest of it, though, if you're not looking at Zeus Landing or around the parks, yeah, it's a bit crap.
Yes. Yeah,
So they
it's
really,
forgettable.
they really could update that if they wanted to.
Oh, they probably won't.
They probably won't, but they really could update that ride if they so want.
Then you've got the carousel, which we didn't go on because
it's a carousel.
It's boring.
It's a carousel.
That's all you need to say about that.
That's the review. It's a carousel. It goes round 3 times. Wow, whoopie-doo.
And then, yeah, the Cat in the Hat ride is probably the best seller there.
Yeah, that's probably the best ride in that land.
Although I do like Popeyes.
Even though that's in Toon Landing and that's over the other side of the park, so fair dues. We'll get there.
I was getting confused with
Yeah, no, but it's fine.
But yeah, I think
we move.
Easily the best ride is Cat in the Hat, but that's not saying much. So it's well themed, but Cat in the Hat is just kind of it exists. It's creepy.
I mean, the Cat in the Hat animatronic in it as he comes through the doorway. Fuck me, that's terrible. That's a whole new side of evil. Anyway,
it's an alright land.
Yeah, like that is alright. Like the colours and everything pop out like you're in the Dr. Seuss book, and it's fantastic. And I would say that land is perfect for children.
And then you walk through,
and then you've got the Lost Continent, which is the most deadest land out of all of them.
There's nothing in it.
There's absolutely nothing in it. Even when we went talking to the talking fountain, it didn't speak back.
It's just a shame it's been left for dead. Whether it will become Legend of Zelda or whatever Universal are planning to do with it, just tear it up now.
Just please tear it up because it is an eyesore.
And it's dead.
Yeah, and that land is pretty much dead. You can pretty much go in to that land and there's absolutely no people.
I mean, it's got that famous restaurant though.
Yeah, it's got Mythos. Yeah.
That's the only thing
it's
I
got
can give
Mythos.
it credit for.
Yeah.
And it's really well themed, probably for the time.
Yeah.
And especially what was a ride, but it's closed, but it's still there for some reason.
Yeah, Poseidon's Fury.
Yeah, might as well just get rid of it.
They really do need to chop that up because from POVs from back in the day, that ride looked
sick.
That walk-through ride looked amazing with like all the water effects and everything. But ever since they've shut it, and they've shut it for a very long time now, it's just sat there dormant and it is an eyesore.
So do something with that land, Universal,
Yeah.
because it's a shame. It's literally just something you just walk through and go, oh yeah, that exists, and you go through.
Yeah, and then you just end up on the other side, which the other side is Harry Potter.
Whoa!
Which, this time around, it's Hogsmeade. So when you get on the train, it goes between both parks. If you don't already know that, which probably many people do.
Yeah.
But the train is cool, so we'll talk about the train now, because
you basically queue. If you're going, I recommend you don't go when the park closes because then it's the queue of hell.
and it landlocks itself.
So go before the park closes. I mean, Screenio's that is. So if you want to go over to Islands, because then it's less of a queue. I mean, it's a good ride if you do it once, but after that it hasn't got really much re-rideability, which is a shame because it literally plays the same effect
there and back.
Which it's still good, but
it's just okay. It's meh.
I mean, I like the cool effect on the outside of the door where
the students come walking by. That's really cool.
And they do a cool effect with the Dementor.
Yeah, like that's cool. Like if they did it so that like the door would like open and there'd be like a hand that come out. That would add something to it.
But you only do it. It's a do and done.
It's a do and done ride, literally. Once you've done it once,
it's a ride as well. But
once you do it, there's really no need to go back and do it again.
No, because it's
unless you want a shortcut and your legs are aching.
It's not really a shortcut. I'd rather walk through City Walk to get to it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean City Walk has got loads of like shops and stuff, and that's wonderful. But anyway, before we overtrack ourselves, let's go on to what is the highlight of the Hogsmeade Land, and that is Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey.
Oh yes, that is one
ride
that you screamed
scared the living shit out of me. And if you can tell, I am pooing my pants. I am pooing my pants so much that you can see that my face is looking troubled, can't you?
And we got enjoyment out of that.
Yeah, but we rode that attraction twice, and it was incredible.
So good.
It was absolutely incredible. We did it twice. One because, well, the first time I screamed my literal nuts off,
and then the second time you loved it.
And the second time I loved it because I knew what to expect. And I tell you what, when you go in the second time, it's even better than you do it the first time, in my opinion, because I found some things in the queue line and the ride itself that I didn't notice the first time round.
And the good thing right now with it, that's right now, whether it changes or whatever, because of season based, is all the crowds flock to Epic Universe to do the new Harry Potter ride there. So this e-ticket ride is like a queue of like 10 minutes. So you can literally blitz the
golden.
Queue while taking in the queue at the same time, but really, really just enjoying that ride because the Fiddler journey is so good.
It is so good, and I can see why they use the same ride mechanics for Monsters Unchained.
It's just
in Epic Universe, which again hasn't got a very big queue either.
But it's a hidden gem.
It's a hidden gem, and I would much recommend it if you go there. Like at any point in your life, go on that ride. Honestly, you'll be blown away.
Journey is just
even if you hate Harry Potter, you'll love it.
It's so good.
Like it is so good.
And the theming with Hogsmeade again is
I love the fact that they put the snow on the roofs.
So good.
Even when it's raining.
It's just a great. Again, they've really done really well. Bring the world to life.
Yeah.
We didn't do Hagrid's unfortunately.
No.
The queue times were.
The queue times was over 200 minutes every single time we went, and I wasn't going to stand in a 200-minute queue just to go on a roller coaster.
But I've heard it's amazing.
Yeah, we've heard it's amazing. I've seen POVs, but when we say, oh yeah, we've seen POVs, POVs are completely different to actually going there in real life.
Oh, 100%. Videos don't do any of the rides justice.
Absolutely not.
But unfortunately, we didn't go on Hagrid, so we can't really.
So we can't rank.
But I know people will say that's like one of the best roller coasters in Orlando. Period. Which is fair enough.
Okay, fair dues. We'll take your word for it. Flight of the Hippogriff, though. Not so much.
That ride exists, is how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I kind of felt sick when I came off it, just because of how old and rickety it is. They only have one cart, so everyone's queuing up, and the queue line there's nothing there. The only reason I would say go on this ride is to see the actual Hippogriff animatronic.
Yeah,
the rest of it
you can't actually see from the queue line either.
But you only see it for about 5 to 10 seconds before the launch. And then it launches, and then it's done in 30 seconds, and that's the end of the ride, but you queue like 40 minutes to do it. So yeah,
it's a waste of time.
It's there.
It sounds like it sounds like a car park coaster.
Yeah,
something that's just in the corner that people forget about, and it's just there.
It's our equivalent. It's the American equivalent of Dragon's Apprentice.
Yeah, Legoland Windsor. Yeah,
it's a shame, but the Hippogriff animatronic is cool.
Yeah,
that's the only positive I will give it. Apart from that, it's
not very good.
No. So, but that's the Harry Potter land. It's quite good.
Yeah.
And I think it's really well themed, and the actual Hogwarts castle you can see from the outside is incredible as well. And
especially when it lights up at night. Like they get spotlights on this motherfucker at night.
It's so cool.
It's amazing.
And then you go into Jurassic World or Parkour, depending on the entrance you're coming from.
It depends really, because if you go from Hogsmeade to it, you're going into the Jurassic World side.
But if you go to the other side...
Which, if you go from Toon Landing into that area, you're going from the Jurassic Park side. That land really doesn't make any sense to me.
Just stick it to one thing. Don't like Jurassic Park and Jurassic World.
Yeah, like, I get the fact that if you put it together, then it's like the best of both worlds. But, as much as I love Jurassic Park, and I absolutely detest Jurassic World, keeping that land to one theme, be it park or world, really would do that land justice, because you're walking through it and you're seeing like the visitor centre from Jurassic Park, you're seeing the river adventure from Jurassic Park, you're seeing the raptor encounter from Jurassic World.
But it used to be park and they changed
it. Yeah, and then you've got a Velocicoaster out the front. Don't get me wrong, Velocicoaster does look great at night and when you're looking at it from the other side of the lagoon.
Again, didn't get to go on that one.
Yeah.
But heard amazing things about that ride.
Yeah, heard amazing things.
And it looked cool with the Motosaurus roll.
Yeah, we can say that much.
And its top hat is really cool as well. So the airtime on it must be insane.
The station for it, I'm not criticising this at all, but the station for the Jurassic World Velocicoaster is right outside of the Jurassic Park Visitor Centre, or Discovery Centre as they call it. It's the Visitor Centre, Universal. You remember what you named it, didn't you? Right, but yeah, that land is just gender confused.
I mean, it's just I don't know.
You know, if they want to change it to Jurassic World, change it fully to Jurassic World. If you don't want to keep it Jurassic Park, keep it Jurassic Park.
River Adventure is a really good ride. I mean, it needs updating. The animatronics are really outdated now.
Yeah,
especially not the T-Rex as much, but some of the raptors and especially the
Dillos.
Dillos you see at the very beginning. I mean, it's cool when the gates open and you're actually there.
Yeah, when the gates actually do open.
I mean, talking of refurbs, is actually getting one in February, and it's shutting for the entire year. I think it's overdue.
I think it's either getting the Jurassic World replacement,
I don't think it is. They're actually just refurbing now.
Or they're just refurbing the entire animatronics and everything on it, because that ride, don't get me wrong, that ride is iconic.
And it's the only River Adventure left, so...
Yeah, it's the only, boat ride there that, has really cool animatronics on it, but doesn't get you as soaked as Popeyes does.
I mean, it's still got the 86-foot drop, though.
Yeah, and that is terrifying.
And you can get splashed from it if you even spectate.
Yeah,
which is insane.
If you spectate, then
you're gonna get soaked.
You can get absolutely soaked from it, and I'd recommend doing that because in the heat, it's worth it.
But as a land as a whole,
it's very confused.
It's hit or miss.
It's very confused. They really do need to change it to Jurassic World. As much as I hate Jurassic World, I feel like that land needs it, because on the inside of it, you've got the T-Rex and you've got the Spinosaurus and you've got all that sort of stuff. And it's Jurassic Park themed, and I love Jurassic Park, don't get me wrong, the first two movies are fantastic, the third one, we don't talk about that one. But I think just the fact that you have the front of it now as Jurassic World, and then you have the middle half of it being Jurassic Park, I just think it doesn't fit anymore.
Doesn't really work,
they really need to, and I hate to say this, they really need to rip up the Jurassic Park area and just make it Jurassic World entirely.
It would just be easier then.
Do what Hollywood did and just renovate Jurassic Park River Adventure into Jurassic World the ride, because then, it would make a lot more sense. And
then when we walked on
and that's just gutting to say.
We had Toon Landing.
And then you have Toon Landing, which has 2 water rides in it, which thank God for that, because the heat, it's going to need it. We didn't go on Dudley Do Rights, but we did see the outside of it, and it looked really fun, didn't it?
Especially with the 2 drops, the way it does.
Yeah, and the fact that it goes whee!
It's so cool.
The fact that it has a bunny hop, but for a drop ride is really cool. But we did go on Popeyes,
and we got soaked.
Just check out the images that Editing Ed will probably put in right now.
I mean, we got soaked.
We literally got drenched. And then a thunderstorm happened.
Thanks to the pipe.
Yeah, and thanks to the pipe. You go underneath this pipe. When the pipe is on, you go fully underneath it as you're spinning. And I will tell you this, you get absolutely drenched. I was dry before going underneath it. We went underneath it, and my socks were soaked. And my socks were, at the bottom of the raft.
Bring a spare change of clothes if you plan on going on that ride.
Absolutely, 100%. Spare change of clothes are required.
It's still a cool ride though, really well themed. And
yeah, absolutely, and that's a great ride in that part.
The land as a whole, it's alright.
When you get to the shops bit of the land, it drops off and falls apart. Because I did a game because Mr. Ed over here, who I called Captain Complain, he would just go into shops and just berate the prices. So I just decided, do you know what? Let's just berate the prices and see what's a good price and what is bad. And there was one SpongeBob shop in a Universal Studios that had 2 figures in it. Now these were plastic figures in a box.
And they were $42.
And they were $42, and I literally screamed out in the shop, Jesus Christ on a bike!
It was so funny.
I saw the price and was just who's paying $42.50 for 2 plastic little figures in a box?
Someone apparently.
Whoever that is sad. I'm really sorry. They are just really sad because the prices, Jesus Christ, the prices!
But yeah, Toon Landing is just...
Yeah, Toon Landing, after you get past the shopping area and you get to the ride bit, it's great. But when you're in the shopping area, they have this Betty Boop shop, by the way, which is an undercover Universal Pass holders room. but like it's not advertised, right? And so you're like, where's the Betty Boop like merchandise and stuff? It's opposite in the shop, and then you go in that shop and it's just a towel and like a couple other bits, and it's just crap. Like
the better land that we come to
is Marvel. Now Marvel stunned me.
It was so good
because instead of being based on the kind of mediocre films now, right? It's based off the comic books, and the comic books are sick. And you know, when they had all the like the characters coming out and you can meet them and stuff, like they had Spider-Man that came out and he like stood in front of his ride because, as we've stated in the Universal Screenings part of this video, he has a ride and it's sick.
It's definitely one of the best rides.
It's so good.
It's just amazing.
The fact that they put every single villain in that ride is just incredible. Like, Sony, you really need to learn from Universal, because anytime you make a Spider-Man movie with multiple villains, it doesn't work for you, but it did for them back in '99.
Also, the mix of practical and screen-based that's how it should be done in Screenio.
Yes,
but it's not.
It's not. Anyway, but there is also one part of Spider-Man that I will just praise, and I will praise this 100%, and that is the bit where Hobgoblin comes down on his glider and he throws a bomb, and Spider-Man webs it, and because it's in 3D, it like comes straight towards your face, and then he like flings it, and it like goes bang in the background. But then Hobgoblin throws another one, and it causes a fire effect, like as the car is like driving backwards. It's insane.
So cool.
Like that is great.
It's just really well done. And then you've got a couple of mid rides in there.
And then you've got a couple of mid rides like
Teacups ride,
like Storm Force, Accelatron, but it's themed to the X-Men. But meh. And Doctor Doom's Fearful, which is a drop town. It drops you once, and it's
doesn't really drop you any more times, which is a shame. No, it's not like Tower of Terror level.
Which, well, when we get to the Disney episode,
we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
But yeah, its drop is just. And you queue for a while for that. It's disappointing.
Yeah, it is. And
it's just not really well themed.
No. And then you've got the Hulk coaster. Now the Hulk coaster from Sightlines looks incredible.
Wait, is it incredible?
Oh, I did that as a pun.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
It's really well themed, that ride, and the loop. We didn't go on it again.
No, we didn't go on it because the wait times were like 30 minutes to like an hour, and most of the time we were there, it was like on an hour or over that.
And we were doing park hopping, weren't we? So
yeah, and we were just doing park hopping, like, you know. To say that we spent an entire day in Islands, we didn't.
No.
We did park hopping. We started in Screenios and then jumped over to Islands, which I think is the better way of doing it.
Yeah. Because
if you do it where you're just doing Islands for a day, you know, yeah, it's like awesome, but like the magic of Islands will run out on you very quickly. Like if you keep it so that you're doing both parks in the same day, it's a perfect experience. And
I recommend it.
One I have to rank highly. Anyway, with all that being said, we've done our talk on Universal. Hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button
and subscribe button. It's down there.
Yeah. We will see you next. What day is it?
I want to say it's Wednesday.
I want to say it's Wednesday. Yes, for episode 2, where we're talking about Halloween Horror Nights. I've been Jordan. He's been Ed. You've been you, and we'll see you real soon. That's a wrap.